TV soap news and spoilers say that in the intricate tapestry of Beyond the Gates, a daytime drama that has captivated audiences with its blend of opulence, intrigue, and raw human emotion, few storylines have gripped viewers as tightly as the saga of Naomi Hamilton Hawthorne and her husband, Jacob Hawthorne. This power couple, bound by love yet tested by ambition, navigates the treacherous waters of their high-profile careers while entangled with the formidable Dupree family, a dynasty whose influence casts a long shadow over their lives. Amid the glitz and glamour of their world, a devastating question has emerged, one that has left fans reeling and speculating. Did Naomi suffer the unimaginable pain of a miscarriage, discovering her pregnancy only in the wake of loss? In this exploration, we delve into the emotional depths of Naomi's journey, expanding on the whispers of tragedy to craft a narrative that is as heartrending as it is unforgettable. A love tested by time and ambition. Naomi Hamilton Hawthorne, portrayed with a fierce elegance, is a woman of strength and sophistication. As a high-powered attorney, her days are consumed by legal battles, corporate negotiations, and the unrelenting demands of her career. Jacob, her husband, is no less driven. A rising star in the world of finance, his ambitions pull him into the orbit of the Dupree family, a clan whose wealth and influence are matched only by their penchant for manipulation. Together, Naomi and Jacob are a force to be reckoned with, their marriage a delicate balance of mutual support and unspoken tensions. Yet, beneath their polished exterior lies a relationship strained by the weight of their choices. The couple's demanding schedules leave little room for intimacy, and their connection with the Duprees, a family notorious for meddling in personal affairs, adds an extra layer of complexity. The show has long hinted at the cracks in their marriage, with scenes of late-night arguments, missed anniversaries, and the quiet ache of unfulfilled dreams. Fans have watched, hearts in their throats, as Naomi and Jacob struggle to hold on to the love that once defined them. It is within this fraught dynamic that the question of Naomi's loss emerges. The show has made it clear that Naomi and Jacob are not currently expecting children, a fact that has sparked countless fan theories about their future. But what if the absence of a child is not a choice but a wound? What if Naomi's heartbreak stems from a pregnancy she never had the chance to celebrate, a loss discovered only in its devastating aftermath? The shadow of a silent loss. The possibility of Naomi suffering a miscarriage is a storyline that Beyond the Gates has teased with masterful subtlety. In recent episodes, viewers have noticed a shift in Naomi's demeanor. Her usual fire has been tempered by moments of quiet introspection, her sharp wit giving way to fleeting glances of sorrow. A pivotal scene in the season's penultimate episode, where Naomi stands alone in her opulent office, clutching her abdomen as tears well in her eyes, has fueled speculation. Was this a moment of grief for a child she never knew she carried? To explore this, we must consider the narrative threads that Beyond the Gates weaves so deftly. The show is known for its layered storytelling, often revealing truths through subtle cues rather than overt declarations. Naomi's arc this season has been marked by physical and emotional exhaustion. She's been depicted as pushing herself to the brink, juggling high-stakes cases while navigating the Dupree's machinations. Could this relentless pace have masked the early signs of pregnancy? Could stress, that silent saboteur, have played a role in a loss she didn't even know she suffered? The idea of a miscarriage discovered after the fact is a gut-wrenching twist, one that aligns with the show's penchant for emotional stakes. Imagine Naomi, a woman who thrives on control, realizing that her body has betrayed her in the most intimate way. The pregnancy, perhaps only a few weeks along, might have gone unnoticed amid her chaotic life, morning nausea mistaken for fatigue, slight discomfort dismissed as stress. The moment of discovery, then, would be a shattering revelation, forcing Naomi to confront a loss she never had the chance to process. A scene of devastation. Picture this, a rainy evening in the Hawthorne penthouse, the city's skyline blurred through floor-to-ceiling windows. Naomi, exhausted from a grueling day, collapses onto the couch, a glass of wine untouched on the table. Jacob is away, entangled in a late-night meeting with the Duprees. Alone, Naomi feels a sudden, sharp pain, a cramp that steals her breath. She brushes it off at first, chalking it up to the toll of her relentless schedule. But as the pain intensifies, a creeping dread takes hold. She stumbles to the bathroom, her heart pounding, and there, in the stark light, she sees the blood. The scene unfolds with the quiet horror of realization. Naomi, always so composed, crumples to the floor, her hands trembling as she processes what's happening. There's no one to call, no one to hold her. The weight of the moment is hers alone. In the days that follow, a visit to her doctor confirms the tragedy, a miscarriage, likely triggered by the relentless stress of her life. Worse still, the doctor informs her that she was likely in the early stages of pregnancy, too early for her to have noticed, too early for her to have dreamed of the child that might have been. This imagined scene, though not explicitly shown in Beyond the Gates, feels true to the show's emotional core. The writers have a knack for placing their characters in moments of raw vulnerability, and Naomi's loss would be a masterstroke of storytelling. It's a tragedy that resonates on multiple levels. The personal loss of a potential child, the betrayal of her own body, and the isolation of grieving something she never fully knew. The ripple effects on Naomi and Jacob. The impact of such a loss would reverberate through Naomi and Jacob's marriage, already a fragile ecosystem. Jacob, unaware of the pregnancy, would likely be blindsided by the news. His reaction, whether supportive or distant, could redefine their relationship. Would he feel guilt for his absence, for his focus on the Duprees over his wife? Or would he, in his own grief, pull away, unable to bridge the gap between them? For Naomi, the miscarriage would be a wound that cuts deeper than any professional setback. As a woman who has fought for control in every aspect of her life, the inability to protect this nascent life would shake her to her core. The show could explore her grappling with questions of identity. Is she still the fierce, unbreakable Naomi if she couldn't carry a child? Does this loss mean she's failed as a woman, as a wife? These questions, though painful, would offer a rich vein of character development, allowing the audience to see a softer, more vulnerable side of Naomi. The Dupree family, ever the puppet masters, would undoubtedly seize on this vulnerability. Perhaps Celeste Dupree, the matriarch with a knack for exploiting weakness, would use Naomi's grief to manipulate her into a risky legal maneuver. Or maybe Victor Dupree, Jacob's mentor and tormentor, would taunt him with insinuations about his inability to protect his wife. The interplay between personal tragedy and external pressure would elevate the stakes, turning Naomi's loss into a catalyst for the season's central conflicts. The fans' reaction and the cultural context. The Beyond the Gates fandom has been ablaze with theories about Naomi's storyline. On platforms like X, fans have dissected every frame, pointing to Naomi's subdued wardrobe, grays and blacks replacing her usual vibrant hues, as evidence of mourning. Posts with hashtags like #NaomiGrieves and #BeyondTheGatesTragedy have trended, with viewers sharing their own stories of loss in solidarity. One user wrote, "If Naomi lost a baby, it's the kind of pain that changes you forever. The writers better handle it with care." Another speculated, the way she looked at that baby stroller in episode 12? That wasn't random. She's hurting. This fan response underscores the cultural weight of miscarriage as a storyline. It's a topic that daytime dramas have tackled before, but rarely with the nuance it deserves. Beyond the Gates has an opportunity to portray miscarriage not as a plot device but as a profound human experience. By showing Naomi's grief, her anger, her denial, her quiet moments of hope, it could resonate with viewers who have faced similar losses. The show could also address the societal silence around miscarriage, a topic often shrouded in shame and secrecy. Naomi's journey could become a beacon for those who feel unseen in their grief, offering a narrative that validates their pain. A broader lens, the themes of loss and resilience. Naomi's potential miscarriage ties into the broader themes of Beyond the Gates, the cost of ambition, the fragility of human connection, and the resilience required to survive both. The show has always excelled at blending personal drama with societal commentary, and Naomi's story could serve as a microcosm of these ideas. Her loss would force her to confront the limits of her control, challenging her to find strength in vulnerability. It would also highlight the tension between her public persona and private pain, a dichotomy that resonates with anyone who has ever hidden their struggles behind a polished facade. Moreover, the storyline could explore the intersection of grief and power. As a Black woman in a high-stakes legal world, Naomi faces pressures that her white counterparts might not. The show has hinted at the microaggressions she endures, the constant need to prove herself. A miscarriage would add another layer to this narrative, showing how personal trauma intersects with systemic challenges. Would Naomi feel compelled to hide her grief to maintain her professional edge? Would she fear that vulnerability would be weaponized against her? These questions could deepen the show's exploration of race, gender, and power, making Naomi's story not just personal but profoundly universal. The path forward, healing or heartbreak? As Beyond the Gates barrels toward its season finale, the question of Naomi's loss remains unanswered. Did she suffer a miscarriage, discovering her pregnancy only in its absence? The evidence, her somber demeanor, her physical discomfort, her unspoken pain, suggests that this tragedy is more than mere speculation. Yet, the show's writers are masters of misdirection, and it's possible that Naomi's grief stems from another source entirely. Perhaps it's the loss of her marriage's spark, or the weight of betrayals yet to be revealed. If the miscarriage storyline is confirmed, it will undoubtedly shape Naomi's arc for seasons to come. Her journey toward healing could involve therapy, a renewed connection with Jacob, or even a confrontation with the Duprees, whose influence may have indirectly contributed to her stress. Alternatively, the show could take a darker path, showing Naomi spiraling into anger or self-destruction, her grief becoming a weapon in the hands of her enemies. Whatever the outcome, Naomi's story is a testament to the power of Beyond the Gates to weave tales of heartbreak and hope. Her loss, whether literal or metaphorical, reminds us that even the strongest among us carry unseen wounds. As fans await the truth, one thing is certain: Naomi Hamilton Hawthorne's journey will continue to captivate, challenge, and break our hearts. Conclusion: a story that lingers. In the world of Beyond the Gates, where power plays and betrayals are par for the course, Naomi's potential miscarriage stands out as a deeply human tragedy. It's a storyline that transcends the show's soapy trappings, touching on universal themes of loss, love, and resilience. Whether Naomi was pregnant and lost her child or is grappling with another form of grief, her pain is a mirror for the audience, reflecting the quiet struggles we all carry. As we await the next chapter in Naomi's story, we hold our breath, hoping for healing but bracing for heartbreak. Beyond the Gates has never shied away from the raw edges of human emotion, and Naomi's loss, real or imagined, promises to be one of its most powerful tales yet. In the end, it's not just about the loss itself but about what comes after, the courage to mourn, the strength to rise, and the fragile, beautiful hope that even in the darkest moments, love endures. That we hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. TV soap news and spoilers for more updates on Beyond the Gates.